What do this and this have in common? I'll fill you in on the answer about our
understanding of how the throw,
which begins on Monday, March 13th. Overall, and I'm here to tell you about our upcoming tuna sub promotion, which begins on Monday, March 13th. Overall, FAF is promoting our tuna and seafood and crab subs at full price. Your local market may decide to price point the 6-inch
used to darken the wood and to enrich the undertones. The stain is heavily sprayed on the wood product and then wiped with a clean cloth to produce an even stain color. Good operator technique is especially important here to reduce overspray. Fillers, like
Vacuum is created. The vacuum created causes a siphon action of material into the pump as the piston clears the piston seal.
assembly stops the material.
based on past chain-wide promotions.
This assembly consists of 2 packings with a front and rear support for each.
Another important element in the wood finishing process is the fluid handling and finishing equipment used to move and apply finishing materials. Based on the production need of a wood furniture manufacturer,
To size any pump to a customer's application, pressure and flow characteristics of the pump must be known. This section will show and instruct you how to use the Glutton performance curves. Line is identified by its pump ratio size. Ratio is the
Directs the airflow to the valve. Air will flow through a disc regulator located in the on-off valve to the turbine alternator. Unused the coolant, and then exhaust through the gun handle.
12-to-1 and 23-to-1. It is necessary to understand stall pressure, free flow.
apply a material, not all of it lands on the surface. The comparison between the amount of material that is sprayed on the product.
Guns spray only when parts are in front of them to minimize overspray. The high transfer efficiency of
alternator, volt AC output from the alternator. Gun resistor, located in the power supply.
While this smaller, lightweight model is ideal for detail work and light production spraying. Material can be supplied to the air spray gun using siphon, gravity, or pressure feed methods. Siphon feed supplies material to the gun where the
12-to-1 Glutton performance data includes a stall pressure of approximately 1,200 psi and a free flow of 10 GPM. The maximum operational flow range is from 3.5 to 3.7 GPM with a pressure capability of up to 500 psi, illustrated in yellow.
Power to the AN-9 guns. These state-of-the-art, high-performance power supplies provide dependable operation and include built-in current limiters for operating safety. Locating the EPU-9 electrostatic power supplies high above
1 GPM, with a pressure capability of up to 2,000 psi, shown in yellow. If the flow requirement was 0.5 GPM, the pressure capability would be up to 2,250 psi, illustrated in blue.
Rate can be determined by cc or fluid ounces output per minute. To attain proper atomization, turn on the air. Starting at gradually increase the air pressure until the material.
The Glutton product offering has several key design features. After identifying these features, we will discuss the
Compensate for the air consumption of the turbine. The spray voltage indicates
fluid volume from the gun. The fluid needle matches with the seat in the tip and restricts or allows passage of material. The needle packing prevents fluid leakage and is adjusted at the packing nut. The fluid tip directs the finishing materials into the airstream. Tips are selected based on the thickness or thinness of the fluid.
When the test is completed, test data, finished parts, and a videotape record are provided for further evaluation. Your Nordson system is proven before you buy it. And once installed, it's backed by a direct sales and service organization committed to keeping your system operating safely and efficiently and helping you stay on top of equipment.
Small opening called a tip orifice. The tip restriction forms the spray pattern. Because airless does not use compressed air, there is less overspray, increasing transfer efficiency. A thicker coat can be applied with airless in one pass. As the gun is triggered, the fluid needle opens, allowing the material to
view of your cash register from the street. This also goes for your window poster, if your store has a poster frame hanging in the window. This new 10,000 stores, yes, 10,000 stores poster from Subway's marketing department should replace the 9,000 store poster currently facing inside your store. And as you can see, it doesn't a discount. Don't forget to check your instruction sheet for proper placement of Pfaff's Translite. The Seafood and Crab Translite was designed to give you an opportunity to encourage customers to try that sub. If a customer likes the tuna sub, he or she may be willing to try our seafood and crab.
require an orifice size up to 21 thousandths and are typically sprayed with an 18 to 16-inch spray pattern.
The material is pushed or progressed to the outlet of the pump within the cavities.
Cheese. So we charge a little more for that.
So why do it?
If I do it, increases your sales.
That's right, it does increase the average sale in stores. A common sense suggestion to buy a drink or chips, for instance, can increase sales. Here are some examples of suggestive selling.
Would you like anything to drink, chips, cookies?
Soda, please.
Sure.
Hi, can I help you?
Yes, I'd like a 6-inch tuna sub.
You like our tuna? Would you like to try our seafood and crab today?
Sure, I'll try the seafood and crab.
Hi, how are you today, sir? Would you like to try our seafood salad?
No.
You can see, not every
Using the wrench, remove with tip up. Insert
campaign is network TV advertising with 2 new Subway commercials you may see while watching Roseanne, David Letterman, or Wings, to name just a few of the television shows during which we'll appear.
Swimming in these waters, try the world's greatest tuna sub at Subway. Chunk
On at anyone. Injection of fluid into any part of the body causes serious injury and
as they relate to your customer's material application. We'll examine the disassembly and assembly procedures on the air control. The Glutton Service Discussion will examine the disassembly and assembly procedures on the air controls, fluid pump, and air motor. Warning, before servicing any part of the Glutton pumps, always shut off the power source and relieve all air and fluid pressure in the system.
Hopper for their cash registers. They're still in production, so I don't have one to show you right now. Once a customer takes a membership application, he or she mails it to the racing team headquarters. All instructions are printed on the application. In return, the customer will receive a squeeze bottle, mail order catalog of racing team merchandise, like the hat and jacket you see here, and a membership card with a special offer from Subway. When a member of the racing team fan club brings his membership card,
the retainer, the spring, and then using a needle nose pliers, carefully grasp the narrow tip of the assembly and remove from the gun. Do valve with a plier. Unscrew the air valve packing nut from front of the gun handle. On-off valve. Loosen the retaining nut.
And fluid flow. Like an air spray gun, air enters at the base of the gun. As the trigger is pulled, the air control valve opens, followed by
Thanks, and have fun with the promotion.
cap has two sets of holes, the face holes and the horn holes. The face holes adjust the pattern size. The horn holes complete the atomization process. The horn holes and face holes serve different functions than those on an air spray gun. The fluid tip has a pin for proper alignment with the air cap and is referenced like airless spray tips using a similar numbering system. For example, a tip stamped 215 would mean the maximum.
There are electrical tests that can be done to determine the condition.
15 thousandths. The fluid needle seats on a carbide seat in the
Electrical path through the gun. To test the power supply resistance, separate the power supply from the turbine alternator. Using a magometer with three-prong connector in the power supply to the contact spring on the end of the power supply. Connect the negative lead to the contact spring and the positive to the center prong. The resistance should measure between 104 to 122 meg ohms. Times 1 scale. Connect the leads. These readings should be infinite. If not, replace. Connect the lead to the spring. Insert the negative lead into the front of the receiver. Make
and trying to meet higher customer expectations for finish quality. Often the solutions to these and other problems
When customers search for that perfect piece or set, they are most likely to be first attracted to the quality of the wood furniture's finished surface. A top quality finish brings out the wood's natural color and adds luster and depth to the wood's natural beauty. A quality finish enhances the shape and style of the design, distinguishing a specific furniture piece or set from the rest. Furniture manufacturers understand that a top quality finish must be appealing, smooth to the touch, and provide years of customer satisfaction. The professional finishing operator's knowledge of wood finishing material.
Let's take a look at a few examples of how Nordson Automatic Systems help manufacturers solve their finishing problems. Fabricators. The AN9 guns provide a high degree of particles and the grounded workpiece. The wraparound effect of the electrostatically charged particles provides excellent coverage of edges and hard-to-reach areas. High transfer efficiency reduces overspray.
Ports. The inbound air
Required to apply a variety of coating materials to the wood products. This combination of materials includes
and install the new tip.
the process can style and design, its finishing requirements, and the wood species from which it is built. No matter what process is used, wood finishing materials does not change. For example, coating materials on the wood finishing line are used to apply basically two types of...
The triggering device consists of a metering tee which directs the air through the end block.
Color coats darken the wood, balance its tone, and bring out the natural highlights of the grain. The second is the clear coat. Clear coats are applied to add luster or gloss to the finished surface and to provide a protective coating over the color coat. Sap and overall stains are the first color coats used as the wood products enter the wood finishing process. The sap stain is applied to uniform and balance the color of the wood, which needs to be darkened to make the wood's tone more consistent. The finishing operator must carefully inspect the product and spray it to blend the lighter areas with the darker colors. This will give the product a uniform look.
Into the handle until it seats. When installing
Color for the piece.
always use new packings. Replace the packing nut and
Typically, the clear water
to the fluid needle. Ports as a unit onto the needle. Ports with beveled faces towards the packings and slide the assembly
System that could provide improved operating efficiency, guarantee
darken the wood and to enrich the undertones. The stain is heavily sprayed on the wood product and then wiped with a clean cloth to produce an even
Pump cycle, the piston reverses direction, closing the outlet check. As the piston moves back,
with the AN9 guns mounted on reciprocators.
before replacing flat on the seat. Lubricate the O-ring with
Triggering and tracking, and the high transfer efficiency of the AN9 guns minimizes overspray and provides efficient operation.
usually sprayed before the first top coats. Shading
The piston is driven into the piston seal, checking off the
Different problem in their finishing operation. They had previously used the time it took for service and parts from the equipment supplier was unacceptable.
They are also selected for the kind of gloss or shine given to a wood product after polishing or rubbing. Soon, the marketplace will demand with more creative design styles. Coating material suppliers will be challenged to develop formulations that will answer this demand.
Push back on the needle to aid in position to the needle nut assembly. Pull back on the trigger to remove the needle. Fluid
pumps are siphon fed. They cannot be pressure fed.
Mounted on reciprocators which have towing capability to vary
Pump. The purpose of this fluid handling equipment.
The primary colors used for aluminum extrusions at JNS are white and brown. Color change is performed manually. During operation, parts are always racked to fit.
fully assembled. Over 500 volts. The resistance should be between 120.
Manufacturer of steel office furniture wanted to automate their finishing operation and also reduce rejects.
Is triggered. Compressed air, fluid pressure, or a combination of both break up the material into fine particles. This is called
Flow and pressure of a pump. Stall pressure is the maximum pressure of a pump with zero flow.
Right to the tip of the gun for precise control of fluid temperature and flow rate. This system utilizes a combination
techniques. The size and shape of the part, booth air movement, the spray gun model, and other factors. There are 3 spray guns used for wood finishing. Air to produce atomization. Air spray delivers fine atomization for an excellent finish, but it produces large amounts of overspray and has a low transfer efficiency. Industrial air spray guns common to wood furniture plants come in a variety of sizes, each one unique to a specific need and able to handle certain coating materials. This production model is used for demanding high-volume finishing lines, while this smaller, lightweight model is ideal for detail work and light production spraying. Material can be supplied to the air spray gun using siphon, gravity, or pressure feed methods. Siphon feed supplies material to the gun where the compressed air creates a low-pressure vacuum at the front of the gun, allowing atmospheric pressure to push material. Pressure feed supplies material to the spray gun under pressure.
illustrated in yellow. If the flow requirement were 2.5 GPM, the pressure capability would be up to 750 psi, shown in blue. The 23-to-1 has an approximate 2300 psi stall pressure and 4 GPM free flow. The maximum operational flow range for the 23-to-1 is 0.7 to 1 GPM, with a pressure capability of up to 2000 psi, shown in yellow. If the flow requirement was 0.5 GPM, the pressure capability would be up to 2250 psi, illustrated in blue.
Materials. Some guns are equipped with an air adjustment
Overhead paint lines, curing oven, and a full complement of sophisticated controls and safety interlocks. Here, using your parts and coating material, simulating your production conditions, our finishing specialists determine the best application method and equipment for your operation. Once we've determined the best method and equipment, you're invited to observe the test. In an adjacent conference room, a computerized color graphics system linked to a programmable controller provides a graphic illustration of the actual test. The entire test can...
The bellow seal expands and contracts with an accordion-like action. The seal is static, eliminating any friction or heat buildup. These wear characteristics extend the service life of
tip opening. As the fluid emerges from the tip, these holes perform atomization. The horn holes
seal allows the customer to pump a wider range of materials
to these shaping horn holes. Air caps have design differences. A siphon feed air cap has a tip that protrudes slightly beyond the face to help create the partial vacuum needed to supply material.
Customer with a long...
When the test is... Test data
is designed with the tip flush with the face of the air cap. The gun. A fluid adjusting valve can be adjusted to control the fluid volume from the gun. The fluid needle matches with the seat in the tip and restricts or allows passage of material. The needle packing prevents fluid leakage and is adjusted at the packing nut. The fluid tip directs the finishing materials into the airstream. Tips are selected based on the thickness or thinness of the fluid. This thickness or thinness is called viscosity. Thick materials will require larger tips than thinner materials. For example, stains require
the customer to handle a greater range of materials. A shear sensitive material is when a material's property of the material as it
seat. The tip and needle are a matched lapped set and must be purchased as also varies based on the material being sprayed. Stains and wash coats may be 35 to 45 psi, while sealers or enamels may require as high.
The air filter, regulator, and lubricator package allows the customer fast installation and immediate online operation. The air-operated glutton is a positive displacement pump.
Atomization air pressure. Turn on your air supply
Range, giving greater
at 20
flexibility. The glutton pump is
across its surface,
allowing the customer safe use in hazardous areas. This gives a customer multiple application versatility for a variety of hazardous environments. The glutton design has few moving parts,
spray the paper again,
meaning less wear.
the particles
The customer
with the
cost.
increasing the PSI at 5 to
and the companies that represent them. Some of the pump designs that compete with Glutton are double-action piston pumps, diaphragm pumps,
Airless in one pass.
one of the diaphragms, it moves out pushing material through the pump outlet. At the same time, the opposite diaphragm moves in toward the air valve, causing a vacuum or suction of material through the fluid inlet. The auger-shaped part of the pump, called a rotor, turns within a cylinder called a stator.